That's bright. That's alright. I guess if I have it... Alright. Testing, technology, testing tech. 1, 2, testing tech, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, testing tech. They're always updating stuff. Rolling it back. Rolling this out. Update this, that's that, you know. Nothing. God, it's just so inconsistent. There's just very little inconsistency in the world. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm Hayok Empath. I just like having these little talks, these little conversations on how I feel about things. I'm a data collector of all sorts, and I just take all these data points that I collect all this data from, and then kind of get ideas on how I see things, how the world's. Which way the world's headed. Today, I'm hopeful. I got hope in my heart today. How are you doing today, Ma? You're doing good? It's overcast in northern New Mexico. We got clouds in the sky. I love the clouds here. Do you love the clouds, Ma? So it's I'm kind of going within right now. I'm just trying to stay chill, not get too worked up about too much stuff. I get practice every day. That's why they say never pray for patience, because then you're gonna get examples in your life that you can practice patience. So I don't do that, but I went to a restaurant I'd never been to before. I had some crazy freaking craving for a chimichanga this morning, right at like 10:30, 11, right around when lunchtime starting, you know. So I looked online, I found a place. It was right by the water shack. It was on the way home. I was like, all right, I'll call in my order. Boom, hang out another 10 minutes, go get water, pick it up. Great, right? So I get my food, go through the drive-thru, get my food. When I called to make my order, I had to spell my name Marge, M-A-R-G-E. Marge like the Simpson. Say it everywhere I go. Marge like the Simpson, because I don't know anybody on the planet who doesn't know who the Simpsons are. We are a third world country now, so I guess maybe there's more people than I may realize, but yeah, America's a third world country now. It's a trip. Anyway, so when I was like, okay, this isn't looking too good, you know. Had to spell my name 3 times. And then I made my order. I said I just want a chimichanga, you know, and then she got confused and thought I meant like a fajita burrito. I said I want a steak fajita chimichanga is what I said. And she said, oh, well, we have steak fajitas and then we have a burrito. And I was like, no, I want a chimichanga. Do you have a beef or a chicken chimichanga? She said, yes, we do. Beef or chicken. And I said, I'll take beef. And then I went and picked it up. Went to the Kitsa see Tom at Taos Tack, and I was like, I gotta look and see what I got, because I left the park. I said, I know what I order. I said, but I know I'm not gonna get a chimichanga. I already know whatever comes in that bag is not gonna be in chimichanga, and I'm gonna be okay with it. And when I got to Taos Tack, I was like, oh man, I gotta hurry up. I gotta look. I gotta see what they gave me. And yep, beef fajitas. I just started laughing. I went in and I shared this story with Tom. And he was like, yeah, I had, you know, he told me 2 back-to-back stories of how that happened to him. One was like last winter when it was cold last winter, but one was recent. He and his employee that works there, a young guy. I don't know his name. I can't. It's one of those I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing too. It's like a Spanish name or a Mexican name or something. Where my mouth is gonna have to do stuff to make sounds that it's not comfortable with. But yeah, it's a trip living in a small town. I don't know, maybe it's like it was like that. It was like that when I lived in Salem. It was like that. I mean, it was just we had more accessibility. Like you didn't have to deal with the mail so much. And mail is just such a funny thing here. I swear I think I mean, we're in a timeline. We're in like the 90s, I think. Yeah. Taos, New Mexico, or like back at, because it's the same mentality that like started back then, 90s, you know. They're still running the place with the same mentality that they have, and that's the stuff that it's like, dude, stuff has to change. As much as people want things to stay the same and do things just because that's how they've always done it and that system works and you don't have to mess with. Oh, no, there's plenty of systems that need to be messed with. I'm ready for the whole federal government to just be done. Just if you just think about if people just worried about their own local communities, you know, and we wouldn't even have to go. Dude, our military readiness is just embarrassing anyway. So going over to freaking, you know, those wars aren't going to be fought like that anymore. It's going to be like, I'm going to take your stuff, or I'm going to lock your access down, or I'm going to turn your house over, like happened to what's his face yesterday. You know, they just ruin your day by wrecking your stuff, you know. They just cuz they can. They've always been like that. They've never not. See, growing up in the 70s and 80s and you know, growing up my experience as a lesbian, that for a number of years I had been a homophobic homo for years. Like I couldn't stand, I didn't like a lot of gay people because aside from being attracted to the same sex, I wasn't like them. I wasn't promiscuous. A lot of them are monogamous, just, you know. But, you know, the places you go to, gay bars, you meet all the and all that scene and stuff like that, you know. I remember there was a drag queen at a bar in Sacramento called Faces was the bar. And the drag queen, her name was Marge, and I was just like, and she was large Marge, and she was a big freaking woman, and I freaking hated that shit, because, like, my name was Marge, and I was always stocky, and that stupid movie came out when I was in high school, and people were very insulting, and it's just, people are just stupid. They're just so shallow, and they say dumb stuff, and they don't think about what they're, you know, and it's just like, and there's so many people that say the same dumb stuff. It's just, oh, you're one of them. You're just another one of those, you know? It's just, it grows tiresome. I used to be a lot more social than I am now. I used to love going out, party, hanging out, just the good time, you know? Now I want a more quiet life, and I'd like to have more people over. I cook for you. I think that'd be fun. I turned my ankle yesterday, so I'm still like, and it doesn't. It's usually pretty okay on day 2, but yesterday when I did it, see what happened is when I was 15 years old, and I was climbing at a tree in downtown Lake Redding Park. And I used to always climb trees when I was a kid. And I was screwing around. I was 15, hanging out with my friends. And I freaking fell out of the tree, hit one branch. I fell 25 feet. 20 feet. Somewhere. Either or, it was freaking high. I hit one branch, and I freaking landed on the ground. And my ankle landed at a 45-degree angle, and I didn't break it. I just tore, unbeknownst to me at the time, I just tore all the tendons in it, which led to a future of rolled ankles. And every time my ankle rolls, it's like you have the, what is that? Is that the femur? Or is the femur the thigh bone? See, I'll look one day. I almost looked today just because anyway. But the bottom of my shin, where it runs into my foot, when it pops out, and then because I had the Brostrom procedure, it doesn't pop all the way out. It holds in place, and then it'll pop back in. And so it's bone on bone. And it hurts. I almost cry every time I do it. My eyes, it is so, like, and I get, like, I was walking Artie when I did it. And I was out on the far part of the yard, the farthest part that we walk, and I just went down. I freaking went down, and I was just like, why? I'm like thinking, what was I thinking about the second I did it? You know, I'm just like going, I'm like, what? Oh, you know, and then I realized I don't have Artie's leash, and he's starting to walk away. And I was like, Artie, come here. Try not to like freak him out so bad. But I was just like, I was hurting bad. And so and it's pain. I hate pain. I've endured so much pain. Physical pain, emotional pain. I've just had to transmute, just breathe through it. Breathe. I always breathe. I'm breathing all the time. I'm always doing. I don't care what I don't freaking do. I do it for other people's safety. I have yet to hit anybody in the face out of anger, so it's working for me. And I hope to continue that trend, because people are getting violent all over the place, man. It's crazy. And why aren't people protecting themselves? It's just like, I don't know. It's a trip, man. It's a trip what the world's evolving to. The mob mentality. I've done talks about this in years past. The mob mentality. See, all you got to do is it's the frequency. It's getting the vibe. You raise everybody, but see, people can do positive things with that mob mentality. They just choose to come from the shadow, and we're seeing a lot of it. It's August. A lot of parts of the country are still getting hot. It's not hot where I am. Me and Mom, we're pretty fortunate this year, Ma. It's not hot. We got a lot of rain. You know, for whatever reason, whoever creates it, it's being created. We stay pretty cool. Okay. We don't need much. And we're pretty happy, huh, Ma? We've survived through a lot of stuff. We'll be glad to share our survival tricks on how to stay comfortable on next to nothing. We'll continue to share our because they're not secrets, you know. Information should be for everyone. Went to the Tractor Supply today to see if they had one of those weed whackers that I've been looking for, and I should have just walked in and then walked out, but then I did a walkthrough. But I found a cool storage bin for the dog's food, but I just was trying not to spend any money. There's a young man, tall, and I don't know, 19. I'm bad with age because I go by energy, and the kid had an old soul. You know, he wasn't like, you could tell he didn't spend his time just playing video games and stuff. And I was, and there was a fellow that was getting rung up in front of me, and a man was having his first day as a cashier there. And so they were having a training opportunity or something. So gave me and this young man an opportunity to have a conversation. I love finding out what the young people are thinking. The ones that are of clear mind, because I see plenty that are freaking brain frog from freaking heroin and all kinds of, there's just just people just clear their minds for a while. Anyway, I said, so tell me, what are the three? I said, how do you see the future going? How do you see things that are gonna play out? And he said, well, he was really, matter of fact, I see it going 3 ways. One of 3 ways. And then he was like, and he explained, what was it? One of them was like a little chaos. Or he's like, things just, the first one was things just continuing as they're going with just until it just goes down into the toilet. And then another one was like, Mad Max. We're headed towards Mad Max times. And that was the second one. The third one was like something like some kind of chaos into society, and then it just kind of goes back to its old programming kind of thing. Tuck, you all right, bud? And I was like, I'm kind of thinking it's going towards Mad Max myself. Well, where we live, because it's already primitive here. There's already people all over the place. I live in New Mexico, man. There's freaking people get disappeared every day. People get shot. They don't care. They shoot you out in the middle of the, It's all part of the ritual. Tuck, you okay, bud? Come here, bud. So me and Mom are ready to go live in the hills. Huh, Ma? I got my eye on this freaking generator. I think it's a Champion, I think. 7,500. That's enough to power TV, DVD, and an air conditioner if need be, huh, Ma? Yeah. Good boy, Tuck. He got mad about, I don't know, I think he was asleep and then he woke up and he thought the air conditioner was a person. Yeah. That was my perception, but I could be entirely wrong. Oh, so he's got a kiss on Benny. Anyway, so, mob mentality. And I've seen it. I've seen where the spark happens. Because all it takes is just one little spark. Like a person flinching, and then the first strike, first contact made, and then that is just a free-for-all for everybody. The thing of it is, God, violence is such a terrible thing. I hate violence. I hate violence. Violence is just, I've seen so much of it. I've been a part of it. I've stopped a lot of it. I've broken up a lot of fights. Especially when it's freaking like more than one person against one. And I'm like this small little chick. I don't even care, dude. You ain't gonna be a bitch and freaking 3, 4, 5 people against, and the stomping on the heads and all that. That's That's a darkness in people, and those are the people that need to be behind cages that act like that. Yeah, so I am not. So whenever I'm around it, I can't. And if somebody's hurt, I gotta help. I'm not. I wish I could ignore the way that I see people going through life, and they just ignore all the people that need help. I have an earth angel. I know that we met in a past life, and we said, okay, things are going to be real hard, but around this time, right when you think that you're just like at the end, your earth angel, your, what, because there's people in your same frequency tribe that you just travel incarnation. They're your go-tos. I don't know where mine are in real life. I'm having a terrible time finding them, and I've been all over looking. I've learned a lot of lessons while I've looked. I know a lot of who aren't. I learned a lot of who's not. So I'm ready to find my same freak tribe in real life, but I got an earth angel, and she's helped me and Mom more than anybody else on the planet ever. We were at the park today. And there is a young man there, and he had the spirits. He had been drinking, and it was early, and they were talking about how there was another young woman over on the stage that so-and-so was doing shots with, and she was pregnant. And that's just how people live life in some places. I've lived life a lot of ways that people recognize as not ways, no kind of way that they want to know anybody that lives life like that. Anyway, so and this guy was sitting there, and he was talking about his sister and protecting his sister and somebody else, and they're talking about having siblings, brothers, like the brothers, and then the conversation turned to talking about the brothers protecting sisters, and brothers are supposed to, and I said that storyline, it's not, that's not how it always is. I said there's plenty of brothers out there that don't give a shit about their sisters. They don't. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of parents that had kids that they don't want. There's plenty of storylines that people see on TV, yet the people that are living out the stories in real life, it's much, much worse. And then all these non-for-profits are created, all these businesses, all these we're here to help. They pay themselves six figures to say, we help, we're here to help, we care. They'll stand out on a corner with their little folder table and their banner with their non-profit, and then, here, donate to us, and then we'll buy electric cars with our banner logo on it, and all the latest gadgets, and all the letterhead, and all the paper and everything with our logo on it, that with their declarations that we care, and we'll fly out to Vegas and we'll meet with other people that care. And then maybe during the winter months we can all meet in Cozumel or down in frickin' Mexico someplace, and everybody can meet down, and everybody get drunk and wasted and freaking pass each other's spouses around and screw, all that crazy stupid stuff, talking about how much people care. All the while the cracks of society are just getting wired. And I got a lot of really good ideas on how to fix things. That's the thing, is the people with the good ideas, we're not allowed in. And nepotism, it could have served me well in life. It could have. See, but it's so easy for me to talk trash about every freaking, shady group organization, all the clubs that I don't talk, well, I just see how they're not positive. I can point out all the ways that they, all the bro clubs, all the systems that people support and endorse and, are so proud of. They all perpetuate a grossness that just needs to be freaking eradicated from the planet. I don't know why so many people get to play while so many people just don't have places to live. And you can't get a hold of anybody. Not everybody that lives on the street wants to live on the street. It's a lot of bad personnel, a lot of HR nightmares, They put a lot of unqualified people in positions that they shouldn't be in. You know, cousins hiring cousins, and their cousins don't know jack but they gotta hire their buddy and their friend, but their friends don't, and their friends aren't reliable, and you know, their friends don't show up, and their friends are using the, you know, the office expense account to go to the strip club or whatever. You know, it's just that people just have given themselves all enough rope to hang themselves, and they're all revealing who they are. Look at, I'm trying to find the ones that in the last couple years took the opportunity to make their lives better, that worked, you know, a little bit to make yourself a little bit more fit than you were 2 years ago, because that's what the big scare was. Now it's just they're spinning the circle, the wheel of misfortune. Now they're bringing back the whole freaking. I mean, I was a little kid. I was freaked out that my uncle, because he was a homosexual in San Francisco, and then AIDS came out, you know? That was, oh no, he's gonna die, oh no, because it kills gay guys, you know? And they're doing the same stuff. It's just so trite, man. Are people getting it yet? Are they? At all? I'm tired of hearing about people are waking up, because I go out and freaking the world, and I order chimichangas and I get fajitas, so I don't know how awake people really are. I don't know how so many people they design their lives, you know, with all this luxury and all this comfort and all this security. I can't even get lunch. I must be doing it wrong. Oh, I'm not living for my life and all the comforts that make me comfortable and feel good. I got a package deal going on. Yeah. Makes things a little bit different. Thank goodness I got an Earth Angel. She's so good to us. Mama. Yep. So, the mob is going to show their mentality. Man, it's so ridiculous. I love Crystal Time. I loved her talk today. She put a talk out, just a 30-minute, just a real quick one, putting it all in alignment, because it's all, everything is a stage. I get it. 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 And I'm tired of the freaking wrong people being at the production helm, you know? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the selfishness. I'm tired of the greed. This whole life, everybody's life, it's all about what people do with the dash. You know, those two, you got the 2 dates. You got the start date and your expiration date and the dash in between, in the middle. You know, there's all these people. Yeah, you're gazillionaires. Yeah, how many people are self-made these days? I mean, how many people really have done it of and by themselves in life? You know. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's what you do with the dash. It's how you help it. You know, how many people... One day I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be gone. And I wonder... You know, it's like, was I a good enough person that people are going to remember me in a positive way? I would like to be remembered. I know there's plenty of people on this planet think I'm crazy, think I'm nuts. And I think it's nuts. I was born into a place where freaking 10-month-old babies are raped too. And it was like that when I was born. It was like that long before it happened to me. It's still happening today. But it's just a part of society. It's just, you know, there's so many people that profit from things like that. It's just allowed. You know, and all these save the kids and all this stuff. I'm just like, dude, don't. It's so disingenuous to us kids that never got saved. You know, we had to fucking grow up and save our fucking selves, you know. Where's our 6 figures just for freaking powering through and never causing harm to another human being just because we had so many harmful things happen to us? Where's our universal income for just never freaking just perpetuating that freaking grossness? Because how many people, had that stuff happen to them and they continue doing it. More than anybody ever cares, that uncle at the freaking, everybody knows who they are. They just protect them because of who they are. I know who they are. Oh God, there's a spider on me. That's funny. That's funny. I know who they are. But more. Anyway, I think I'm done talking. I see how things are going, and I've been asking around other people how they think they're going, and everywhere I go, I start conversations with people. But that was really cool, that young man. I said, I'm inclined to agree with you with option number 2. He laughed. That was kind of cool. So and then I try not to go on the media much. I really try. Not even social media. It's just such a downer. My high school reunion, I guess, is this weekend. My 30-year. Falcons. Suck it. Oh, Marge, you're so bitter. You're so mad. She's so angry. I'm like, my whole mom, that she's done that my whole life. That's like a way that something that she's done to push my buttons, because my whole life has been about trying to learn emotional control and not succumbing to my anger, because I've seen so many people get swallowed by it in my whole life. So it's something that it's something that she's used, like, you're so angry. And like over the years, my answer has changed. And so now the last time I got it, it's like, well, yeah, I'm angry. And I'm like, it's not just, the stuff like, crappy stuff has happened to me. It's that it's still allowed to go on with so many people in society, and the wrong people get to live happy, joyful lives. And it's not fair. The level of unfairness is at an all-time premium. It's just getting nuttier and crappier and harder for just smart people to just navigate through life. So I can imagine how hard it is for the challenged. There's a lot of stuff you know what? It's not even worth the effort. I won't even bother with it. Like my trying to get my rating raised for my no, gotta come up with other ways to come up with income, because I can't get what I need from the system, because the system is so big that you can't get to the mechanism where the people can actually help. And I can't go down they'll want me to go down to Albuquerque. It's 2.5 hours south. I was thinking about it, like, maybe getting a hotel room. That kind of thing. Just put mom and the dogs in the hotel room and have my appointment kind of thing. But I don't know. See, it's just, there's so many people that don't have to contend with any problems, and if they have a problem, all they have to do is call so-and-so, and then so-and-so helps them fix their problem, or, oh yeah, no problem, or, I've seen it my whole life, and it's hard. It's always been hard for me to ask for help. And then finally I got to a point that I was humbled enough in life, and my pride and ego was just deflated, just that so much, that I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask a couple of people for help. And so I did, and I got no's. Or I got a no. Oh, no, I got a lot of him-hawing, and then it was just like, alright, I don't even want to, I knew it was a no when I didn't want to hear it, and so, and I just quit asking. because people don't want to anyway, you know. And one guy, man, that dude was like a gazillionaire, and I was like, and then I hear stories about young girls that get invited up to the penthouse in the Woodman building in Omaha, you know, the waitress at the diner, you know, come up and have a meeting, and then, you know, here's a MacBook Pro, and I'm gonna pay for you to go to college. What the fuck, you know? What that shit don't freaking wonder what she had to do for that. I wonder what the rest of the story is. Anyway, I don't know. I have been fortunately guided by misfortune. Yeah, I have. I've been kept out of a lot of bad situations too. So, by just not being made a part of. Really. Anyway. I feel pretty good about stuff though. For us in our own personal lives. For us, you know, trying to get us moved and settled in before fall, and just getting on with life. We've been in a limbo period since we left Oregon October 2020. Yeah. I'm ready for roots. I'm tired. My feet hurt. I just want to have my little wood shop, my tinkering space, and then, you know, make sure mom and dogs are happy and comfortable as long as they all shall live. So, creator's always been pretty good about giving me what I asked for, and what I want is substantially less than what it used to be. You know, I'm a lot more practical minded. I never want the new cars. I don't like new cars. I don't like brand new things. I like things that have been used and, you know, but brand new stuff like that is just, I don't see all the use. It's people can't take this stuff with them, man. And that's how that conversation started. Is I was listening to a YouTube talk this morning, and somebody said that, like, I think it was, I can't remember it now. It was something like, at what cost of things do people get to live life? A fruitful, enjoyable life. At what cost? Like, how? I'm like, well, for me and mom, it's under freaking $1,800 a month, you know. I make it work. Earth angels make it work. So, and it's not that I don't see, and that's what frustrates me, is because I know my worth. I know who I am. I recognize and that's what one of my struggles in life is because like attracts like. So there's a lot of people out there that pretend like they know who they are, and they're this powerful spiritual being and stuff like that, but they must not be, because they don't recognize it in me. See, I know who I am. I know what I am. I know what I bring to the table. And evidently, if people don't bring stuff to the table, they don't see me. So it frees me up. Because I do the work. I put in the work. I put in the work. I do the work. And so, you know. And so, and I don't ask for a lot. And I don't. And it's like, I'm this photographer. People love my photos. And I said, it's so funny because nobody has ever once hired me or paid me. You know. And it's not because I didn't think I was worth anything. It's because for whatever reason, Oh, good old Marge does everything for free. While they're making lucrative shit, you know, why they're getting paid. For whatever bullshit that they do. And at this point in time in life, it's like people just pay people because they like them. You know? Oh, I support you. Here, you know. I don't know. I've never had an easy time navigating on this planet because it's all about playing games and being superficial and freaking full of bullshit. And I'm not doing none of that stuff. I've never done any of that. And people that have known me for a real long time will tell you that ain't me. Homie, don't play that. So when people like to play games and all this superficial nonsense that has no place in my dash, I guess it's just easier to freaking just omit me from their presence. So anyway, it frees me up, keeps me out of trouble. It's about all I got.